Good evening, everyone. I'm Prit Sanghvi, one of the founders at Reelo. Today, I want to discuss with all of you how you can build a solid restaurant marketing engine that can help you shoot up your revenues. In the last 6 years, having worked with over 22,000 restaurants, I've seen this industry evolve a lot, especially the change in customers' expectations, their preferences, and their behaviors. Well, I don't want to bore you with a lot of numbers and stats. I'm a Gujarati. And one thing I know and understand really well is restaurant owners ka dhanda. I've been fortunate to interact and work very closely with hundreds of restaurant owners and have understood what are the top things that they do really well that helps restaurant owners increase their revenues. Well, number one, getting new customers to visit your outlet. Number two, getting these customers to spend more money, so increasing the average order value from them. And number three, getting these customers to come back again and again and again. Most of you already know this and aware of this. But well, unfortunately, when we spoke with thousands of restaurant owners, we realized that 90% of restaurant owners spend majority of their time, money and energy behind purely acquiring new customers. Well, acquiring new customers is absolutely important, right? They're doing everything from influencer marketing to Zomato Gold. But the other two important pillars, which is to get the customers over time to improve and increase their average order value and getting these customers to come back more often, you need to get into the depth of your data, understand your customers' behavior and use that to create personalized experiences. Speaking of data, when we spoke with hundreds of restaurant owners, we realized that by asking them important questions about their customers, something as simple as who are your most regular customers, how often do they make a purchase, or what are their top favorite items, most could not answer that question. Well, why? There were two important reasons why they could not answer that question. Number one, these restaurant owners never captured any customer's data. They're simply flying blind and waiting for the next customer to walk in and simply relying on customers to come by themselves, not using data at all. And number two, those customers or those restaurants that are already collecting and capturing customers' data are sitting on a ton of data, are capturing a lot of data, but they have no clue how to leverage that data and create personalized experiences. Well, it's no more a secret, right? Data is the new cooking oil. If you leverage your customers' data really well, you can be way ahead of other people in the industry. And what's interesting to see is that if today every restaurant owner can potentially have access to every granular information possible about their customers' data, from whether किसी को non-veg या veg पसंद है, क्या वो dinner या lunch में prefer करते हैं आना, or what's their average order value, or what is their frequency of purchase. If you use this data more effectively, you can create personalized experiences which are far more effective than traditional dining experiences. I mean, imagine a scenario where let's say a customer who frequently purchases a particular dish gets a recommendation from your brand with a complimentary item of a new item that they're most likely going to love based on their previous purchases that they've made. Or a customer that receives a birthday reward from your brand based on their past purchases with a complimentary item to make them feel more special. That's personalized, right? And that can be a game changer for the restaurant industry. Well, I don't want you to just take my word for it. Today, I want to show you how some of the leading F&B brands of India use data to their full advantage to shoot up their revenues. Well, we all just heard Prasanna from Birla Brewing Company, right? They're one of the most premium and one of the best breweries in Bangalore. They've been working with us for a while for all their 4 outlets. One of the examples where they were able to use data really well was उन्होंने एक उनका premium dessert launch किया था. And when they launched that dessert, they did not want to do something very basic, table पे सिर्फ bestsellers display करें, नया products launch करें. What they did very smartly was they were able to segment and bucket their customers who had previously ordered a similar product. On top of that, they were also able to filter down the customers whose average order value was above a certain level, and they were able to personalize a campaign to these customers to invite them to come and try out this campaign, try out this item, right? That campaign helped them generate 6 lakhs in additional revenue in a week to get people to come try the new item out. But on top of that, they were also able to capture early feedback from those customers. So the point I'm trying to make here is that if you were able to get into the depth of your customers' data And if you personalize communication to every customer based on their past behavior, it can be way more effective than something that you do as a blast marketing campaign. And all of this, from filtering customers to segmenting their customers and sending them a campaign, they were able to do this in less than 5 minutes in Reelo through easy smart segmentations. Similarly, Jumbo King, one of the biggest QSRs of our country, when they launched a branded loyalty program to reward their high-value customers, they were able to get every single customer that visited their outlet to earn loyalty points. And obviously, they had to come back sooner before the points expired. With that, they were able to capture 1.8 million customer profiles, which helped them increase their repeat purchase drastically, and that shot up their revenue by 22%. Not only that, with the help of a loyalty program and data intelligence that we helped them build, they were automatically able to fetch their customers' birthdays, anniversaries, gender, and other information without the staff having to ask that manually. And with that information, they were able to automate a birthday reward to the customer on their special day, and that generated an additional 6,000 visits without lifting a finger at all, absolutely through automation. Another example that's very interesting to see, and most new restaurant owners will be able to connect better with this, is there's a brand called Crush Coffee in Gujarat. They have 13 outlets. They are one of the best and most known coffee chains in Ahmedabad. With growing competition in the last few months, they started realizing that they were slowly losing customers to more competition because there were more and more coffee chains growing in the city. What they did was, with the help of our tool, they were able to automatically create a marketing automation segment where they were able to set up a complimentary coffee of the customer's choice with a minimum bill of 500 if the customer has not come back to their outlet in 3 months and 6 months. So a brand owner that did not even know the number of people who had not come back to their outlet in 6 months and 3 months, they were able to automate a communication through data intelligence and were able to bring back 31% of their lost customers and generated an additional 44 lakhs in revenue just in the last 6 months alone. So by using marketing automation tools, you can focus on your business, you focus on the core, that is your food, your service, your experience, with respect to data, engagement, retention of customers and bringing the customers back. Set up these automation tools that can help you bring the customers back faster than you can imagine. We all know Punjab Grill, one of the best casual dining restaurants of the country. With 70 outlets, Reelo use करने के पहले वो लोग Zomato और Google पे rely करते थे उनके customers का feedback track करने के लिए, उनका sentiment analysis understand करने के लिए. But they understood that this was public rating and they had no control over the number of people that were pushing the rating on Google or Zomato. What they did was, with Reelo, they were able to set up a beautiful private personalized feedback, which means that every customer जो उनके वहाँ पे आ रहा था, before Google या Zomato पे customer को WhatsApp पे एक option मिल रहा था एक अच्छे experience के साथ feedback देने का. And with our automation and integration with Google, वो automatically अगर customer ने private feedback में positive rating दिया, तो अपने आप वो rating Google पे push हो जाता था. और अगर किसी का negative feedback था, तो automatically and instantly their team and operations team would be alerted in real time. Now this automation helped them increase 5,100 positive 5-star Google reviews. They were able to alert their staff in real time to take care of the negative feedback and improve those experiences. On top of that, with our intelligence, they were also able to automatically engage with customers who gave a negative feedback but did not return after the negative feedback. आज अगर आप कोई भी रेस्टोरेंट ओनर को पूछोगे कि कितने लोग ऐसे जिसने नेगेटिव फीडबैक दिया और दोबारा वापस नहीं आए, most have no clue about that answer at all. If you were able to set up an automation where every customer who gave a negative feedback is tracked, you know who whether they've come back or not, and you can personalize the communication and pull them back. Well, this is one of the last examples I want to talk about data intelligence today. There's a brand called Baked by Reelo in Gujarat. 2 साल पहले उन्होंने Reelo स्टार्ट किया जब उनके पास 6 आउटलेट थे. They were a very popular brand back then. One thing that worked out really well for them was in these 6 outlets with a tool where we were able to help them understand कि कौन से top localities के उनके customers आ रहे थे. So from what areas were the customers coming from in those 6 outlets? By using that information, they were able to identify the top locations that they should quickly open more outlets in. And in 2 years, they've expanded to 40 outlets. How they did that was by opening a new outlet in those top localities. They were able to quickly open, of course, those outlets, but also personalize a communication to those customers जिसका data उनके पास था कि वो outlets पे वो area से कौन से लोग आ सकते हैं. उनको एक complimentary brownie के साथ with 500 bonus points के campaign करके they were quickly able to initially get a buzz from their customers, and in less than a week, daily average sale, they were able to take it at par with their other popular outlets. So brand to open multiple outlets at speed needs to understand where their customers come from, what items they like, and how do you use this information to rapidly expand by keeping in mind where, in terms of the experience that you offer to the customers with feedback, loyalty, and overall engagement, right? So in order to expand at this speed, they were able to use the area of customers stay and visit so that they could expand to more outlets in those areas. Well, we have hundreds and thousands of other similar stories of how leading F&B brands have used data to their fullest advantage. One thing is for sure, with growing competition and lakhs of restaurants opening every month and every year, you need to be able to understand your customers really well. You need to know what your customers feel about your brand, and you need to be able to personalize an experience that is more connected with them so that you can build a stronger community with your customers. If you want to understand more examples, more case studies, and more situations of how other brands have used data to be able to accelerate the revenue, we're here at C3 booth. Do check out our platform, come visit our team, and we'd love to show you in person. We're already helping more than 22,000 restaurants. Most of the leading F&B brands across the country use our platform, and we're very confident all the other restaurant owners that are not using will be able to benefit from data intelligence with us. Thank you, everyone.